Hello, Emre. Hi, everyone.
Hello everyone.
I'm going to stop sharing my screen. So,
Could you see me, guys?
sorry?
Could you see me?
Yeah, we can see you.
Perfect.
So, thank you for joining us today, Emre, and for taking the time. I see we have already 10 participants with us, so maybe let's wait a couple of minutes for more people to join. Yeah. So, in the meanwhile, so my name is Slim. I'm the education manager at Social Hackers Academy. Today in our event, we will be talking about it will be about blockchain development. So it will be an intro, and Emre is with us today to present the topic. So welcome, Abi, Anu, Ayed, Hristijan, Mari, Mohammed, Peggy, Stefan, Thalea, Veres, and Yusuf. So let me give you a quick presentation of SHA and what we are trying to do and achieve. So SHA stands for Social Hackers Academy. It started back in 2017 in Athens. We started as so we are an NGO, and we started as an offline on-site coding school. We were teaching full stack web development, and our main target group are people from vulnerable groups like refugees, asylum seekers, migrants, and unemployed people. So we provide scholarships so people can study with us for free, and our target is to make education accessible to everyone. So that's our objective on the long run. With the pandemic, we switched to our new model, which is the offline school. And this is working great so far because it helped us reach more and more people from almost all around the world. Our students so far are coming from at least 23 different countries. We are teaching right now full stack web development again, but fully online. We have a partnership with a collaboration, let's say, with Amazon, and we are running our first AWS restart cohort. Our students, the cohort, it's almost at its end. So by the end of December, we will provide the free vouchers for our students to take the certification exam. And we are running our first blockchain class. So it's a mix of front-end and blockchain career track. And it will start on the 5th of December. And this will be our first blockchain class. So we are trying to diversify our, let's say, products or courses in order to give more opportunities to people to choose from different IT, let's say, sectors.
Cool.
And yeah, so welcome again, Emre, and thank you for taking the time for being with us today. I give you the stage to present yourself to our audience and maybe kickstart the presentation if you want. Just one thing before I give you the mic, the virtual mic, is so for everyone who has any question during Emre's presentation, please hit the Q&A section, and I will be moderating. So when you have a question, I will stop Emre and jump in and ask the question on your behalf. Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Emre. You can go.
Okay, and it is so nice to hear you are doing some great job for people, first of all, and thank you for that. And from my side, guys, I'm from Turkey. from Istanbul, and that's why I know the refugees problems very well. Right now, I feel that very deeply. For almost 10 years in Turkey, we are very deeply feel that, and that's why I wish you all success in happy life to all of you. I think you are really strong people today, and you are really fighting for your life and try to learn new technologies. That is why I am so appreciate for that. And also, if I introduce myself, I am working in the blockchain industry for the last 3 years. And from the business development part to the development part, I worked in all the industry parts in the blockchain. Right now, also, I am working in some telecommunication company in Turkey as a blockchain expert, and we are trying to develop some blockchain products there, blockchain-based products. And also, I am doing academic research about blockchain, and I am mostly focusing on the blockchain, distributed ledger, and smart contract security. And yeah, that's me. Today, I will briefly try to explain you what is the blockchain. And could you give me the screen share?
Yes.
Please?
I think you can go now.
Yeah, it's working right now. Okay. And yeah, today that will not be much about development, about coding. I will try to briefly explain you today the technical brief of the blockchain. And today I will try to show what is the blockchain. And things non-exist in my presentation is one of them, tips to make you rich. Everyone in the blockchain industry wanna hear some magical tricks. How can we be they rich? And I don't know that. If anybody say they know how the cryptocurrencies go well or down, don't believe them. Nobody don't know anything about this. Just try to learn the technology. That's why I don't know anything about them, and I will not talk about their economic value and insider information from any cryptocurrency project or any NFT projects. I don't know I don't have any insider information and magic things, and I don't believe any magic things in life because everything is science. If you know the science very well, you can do a lot of good things. But if some people, the most of the people in the blockchain industry, they wait to hear some magic things, and that is also a lie. I don't believe any magic things in the blockchain industry. And firstly, I will start with what is the Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is the first, we can say the first famous blockchain technology which we hear. Before the Bitcoin, there were some technologies, but they wasn't so successful. That's why we didn't even hear them. But Bitcoin was the first thing which make a sound. And after the Bitcoin, everybody, interested with these cryptocurrencies, and they invest their money. And I think you have some friends, they are investing in cryptocurrencies, and they always talking about Ethereum, Avalanche, Ripple, and USDT, and the other ones. Bitcoin was the first of all of them. But Bitcoin created as a financial transfer protocol, It created by an anonymous person, which is named Satoshi Nakamoto. It is Japan name, but we don't know who is it, and it is anonymous, and we don't know, and still nobody has any idea about who is the Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto created the Bitcoin on 2019, and as I said, you can think it as a basic P2P, peer-to-peer transfer protocol. As you know, all of you have some money, and you are keeping them into the bank, right? When you send to another person or organization to your money, your bank being a validator into the system, into centralize the system. Blockchain proposed that you don't need a centralized validator for sending your money or any information. The validator can be any third party, any person, the validator can be totally random person. Bitcoin proposed that, and it really worked, and it changed all the world. As you know, for the last 13 years, we are always talking about what is the Bitcoin, and we are always talking about their prices. But behind of this price, behind of this famous things, there is a really big technology. For me, the Bitcoin is the biggest invention of the all of human history. You know, because all of the human history, we was for me the big invention was the whale. With the whale, we found to send some things from, for example, Asia to Europe. But you know, that also happens with the centralized organizations. In Asia, there was a country. In Europe, there was a country, and we were sending the informations, the product, the goods, with centralized organizations. Bitcoin give us a chance to send information without any intermediary, without any centralized organization. That is why I say that after the whale, that is the biggest invention of human history. And that is the hype cycle of blockchain. You know, I talked about what is the Bitcoin. Bitcoin is here, guys. That started here. You can think that. After that, SEDIFI and SEDEX options came. What is the SEDIFI and SEDEX? For example, Bitcoin is a technology, which I say is a hard technology to understand. Their user experience so weak. It is need a really good technology and financial information to make some trades or send money onto the blockchain. Some people saw that and they created some platforms, for example, like Binance and other platforms. We say them JAX, centralized exchange. They created some centralized exchange to send to money someone to someone, to make some peer-to-peer transfers, make the peer-to-peer transfers more easy. After that, DeFi is came. What is the DeFi? Decentralized finance. In the decentralized finance, there is no any central organization, which I said, Binance, for example, it is centralized because Binance has a CEO and they have a headquarter. They are validating the transfers. But in the DeFi organizations, the validators are random people. And that's why that is totally different process. And after that, decentralized web applications came. Zero knowledge proof also came. I will talk about that. What is zero knowledge proof? And centralized exchange are continued to build. And after that, smart contracts came. Smart contract is something like a game changer into the industry. Because with the smart contracts, we made that in a second, in any point, two parties can have an agreement onto the blockchain system, and the agreement can't even be changed. It is immutable, and also it is validating by random people, random organizations. This is why this is really important game changer into the blockchain industry. Smart contracts came with Ethereum solution. Ethereum, as you know, another cryptocurrencies, but Ethereum originally has a network, and the network came with this technology, the smart contract. After that, some blockchain IoT options came, layer 2 solutions to, how can I explain them? They, for example, in the layer 1 organizations, you are doing everything on the chain. You know, for example, all transfer, all smart contracts going on chain, and this is really expensive things, and that is really slow. Some clever people thought that we don't need to do everything on chain. We can do the basic things, some basic transfers and the process on the out of the chain, and with that way, the network can be more cheap and more fast. With that solution, layer 2 solutions are came. After that, NFTs came, stable coins. What is a stable coins? I think we have a solution into your mind. For example, USD, there is a USDT. USDT is a pegging money to USD. It is the same money. You know, you can think just USDT is a crypto version of the USD. And after that, that is the peak of the crypto industry. And as you remember, that was, I think, 2 years ago, and the Bitcoin price was 50K, and everybody was investing the blockchain, and they believe they will go to forever. But after that, and because of the global financial situation, it changed. It changed, and also product value, as I think all the product has some values, has some life cycles. And the life cycle is this almost the same with the blockchain, you know. Blockchain, after that, the famous things are made slow, and after that, the real, how can I say, I shouldn't say real, but the thought technology tried to be producing. They are the decentralized identity, blockchain interoperability, tokenization, and smart contract solutions, blockchain paths, and the consensus mechanism. They are all of them more complicated technical projects came, but that is, as you can imagine, really hard to understand for average person. That is why the life cycle, life value go a little bit down, but after that, it's going up again, because here into the blockchain industry right now, complicated solutions creating much more better user experience. That is why it is going to peak again. And it is explaining how blockchain basically works. And as I say it, for example, I am the A, I am sending money to any person to B. The transactions represent a block, as you can imagine. A blockchain is a name. All blocks coming together, and it's creating a chain, you know. And the one transactions is one crate represent a block, and the transaction broadcast to all the other, not all the other networks to closer to it. And after that, there is some random people, and they are validating this transfer, and this transfer adding this block, adding right now to chain, and after that, the money is sending to B. It is really actual basic process than bank process. You know, into the banks, you can imagine you are the E and you are sending money to B, and there is just the organization, the bank, they are approving that. But here, just adding 2 more steps, and with the 2 more steps, totally decentralized solution you have. And I will continue. What is the, and if you guys any have question about them, please ask, because I know that is so complicated, really complicated. If somebody explain me the first time in my life, perhaps I will not understand anything. It is like a Chinese, I know. That's why if you have any question, please let me know. And Selim, you can say me whenever you want. I am just continue.
Yes.
Okay.
So far, we didn't have any questions, so okay. I will notify you.
Okay, cool. And okay, I will continue with the blockchain based ID. Okay, this is centralized ID. You know, for example, you are this person and this is the government, and you have ID. Government approves that. You know, in the federated trust, there is a identity provider and service provider, and some federation is approving that. Open trust identity, that is you. Identity provider, service provider can be more, they are approving that. But in the self-sovereign ID, that is the making the unique, the one of the things making blockchain the unique. This is person, this has digital ID, but the service provider should authenticate that. Otherwise, we cannot understand this person has a ID. Okay, this is blockchain ID process. This is the issuer of ID. Issue credential are coming to holder. Holder sending the random ratifier. Random ratifiers wants a request of proof because they want to understand if it is real or not. After that, if they see it is, if they got the proof, they are sending the identity ledger. It is, you can imagine this is the chain and with the verifier of proof. and issuer also sending, and the value is matching. And after that, you can have your blockchain-based ID. I am explaining that today because this is the most important thing which make blockchain unique, and if soon future we will be using that into our lives. Into our lives, we will be using blockchain-based identifications, because as I said, in the blockchain, all informations are immutable. They can't be changed. And this is why some ID informations, they are unique to all the people, as you know. And with your IDs, they can take credit from banks, they can do a lot of things. But if we do it onto the blockchain, nobody can copy your ID. Okay, this is one of the things makes important blockchain is zero knowledge proof. I will try to explain you with an example. This is the Alice. Alice, imagine that Alice into any cave, but Alice know to open the door. How can open the door? Alice know the passcode, but Bob doesn't know Alice is inside the cave, but randomly choose a path to ask Alice to take back to the entrance, and this make blockchain zero knowledge proof, because Bob need to Alice get out, but Bob don't know there is a door, and Alice know this passcode. But this process has to be done, That is why we say that zero knowledge proof. And the process repeats multiple times, and it can go forever. And this is a signature. This is I explained to right a few minutes ago, digital identification, which makes blockchain important. If you make our identification onto blockchain, nobody can copy it. Signature is same. 40 years ago, I will pronounce the name wrong, but Kamenish Lisankaya proposed the algorithmic model for the not the blockchain, but making the signatures are unique. And after the blockchain is found, they convert the model to blockchain. Right now, if you insert your signatures into the blockchain with this algorithm, that can be changed forever. That will be your signature forever. Will be your digital signature, actually. Okay, this explains much more better that user Alice issue credentials. You can think that there's a central organization, and there is a verifier. Think that the verifier is also a random organization. There is coming service request, and also Alice requests a service request, and the verifier wants data, and after that Alice sending her ID as a data, and after that they are approving it. The random party can be anyone. That can be me, you, or another one who is onto the blockchain and who has the more nodes. Actually, I can say that, for example, if I have 5 nodes and Selim has 10 nodes, Selim will be the first validator into the system. That's why blockchain is 100% democratic, but if you have more nodes, yeah, you can change something. You can manipulate some things onto blockchain. Ring signatures, for example, as a crypto team, and you are, for example, I'm a secret member of the crypto team, and we leak the information onto the blockchain, some information of the government, for example, and I put there Trump because I explained it betterly, but the data can be understand which network are coming, but who did who put it into the network can't be understood. That is why if you leak any information by blockchain, nobody will understand who will leak it. This is the Monero example of the signing verification. Monero is one of the cryptocurrencies, one of the networks. The protocol automatically combines address with random validators from a single ring signature which signs the transaction. Observers cannot tell who initiated the exchange, but can verify transaction with cryptographic key image. That is one of the technology of the blockchain, one of the live technology which is right now using by the organizations. I will show you an example for that. I think I need to show right now that, yeah, this is the Everledger Diamonds. And Everledger is an organization, they are making some important products. You can think important products like diamonds, for example, expensive things, you know, they are making these expensive things unique. And they are making this unique, and that is using this protocol. Not, I think I shouldn't say protocol, this model. They are using this model. And I will briefly explain other usage area of the blockchain. Blockchain also using in the supply chain industry, and blockchain will change the supply chain industry. We change everything into the supply chain industry, you know. Blockchain will make the life more cheap. For example, we are eating tomato. For example, tomato is €2 in Greece. If we use the blockchain 100% in the supply chain system, maybe we will eat the tomato for €1. I don't know the price. I am just saying randomly, but blockchain will everything more fast, more trustable, and there will be less fraud. Transaction process will be fast, and we will track everything. We will see where the tomato is coming from, what is the seed of the tomato. Everything will be, every information will be immutable onto the blockchain. That's why it will change the blockchain. It will change the supply chain totally. There is some startups are coming right now. They are producing products for blockchain, and that will really change the world. And also, as I know, Walmart also started a project into blockchain. For supply chain world, blockchain will be so important. Soon we will see that. I will show you IBM Food Trust. Right now, IBM using blockchain for the food trust, and where the apple is coming from, which storage, which truck is used, and what is the truck green value. We will see all of them. We are seeing all of them into the IBM Food Trust model. Okay, I will try to explain you what is the Hyperledger Fabric. Hyperledger Fabric is the architecture of the Hyperledger Fabric. Hyperledger is the private block. You can think it as a private blockchain, and here you can create your own blockchain into the Hyperledger Fabric, and it is showing that how the Hyperledger Fabric network working. There's enrollment part. There's a one peer. The peer, this data coming from the cloud server, or it can be changed. It can be IPFS. It can be data storage. It doesn't matter. Just make it data comes to the peers. Order service are happening transition between them. After that, that's sending information to channels. And that way, there's a third-party validators are working, and they are approving these transactions. And this is the more, I can say, the complicated version of the Hyperledger Fabric model. This shows how is the process working on the Hyperledger network, how the data are coming, how the validators are working and how they are invoking the contracts. It shows that, for example, here the issue provider, after that transaction define contracts, they are define the contracts and send them to ledger to any peer, and into the peers there is a validating entities and they are validating these solutions. And after that, they are sending the ledger. Ledger is a chain. You can think it as a chain, and when they are all coming together, they are creating the blockchain. I explained the IBM Full Trust and IBM Every Ledger. Okay, this is the how the Every Ledger is work. This is the Jeweler, I think I pronounced right, and you should call any organization you can think that. And the Every Ledger. Okay, TÜV tried to sell some stolen diamonds to Jeweler and attempts to sell. And after that, Jeweler asks the Every Ledger who is the owner of the diamonds. And Every Ledger notifies the insurance co. Insurance co takes possession this information. And after that, they easily recognize when they look to the data onto the blockchain, this diamond is stolen. And because that is their information fabric, this automatically synchronizes with each other, and they see directly this is stolen, and police get arrested, perhaps detained. And really, it is working right now, and a lot of diamonds and the expensive products are storing their information, are storing right now onto blockchain. And these are the resources which I used for the prepared presentation. I can send to these resource guys, and you can learn more what's the blockchain. And if you have more questions, you can reach me out by Twitter or LinkedIn. Also, I think in LinkedIn they shared me. That's why you can always reach me out there. Also, you can reach me by Twitter too. And yeah, that's my presentation. And I know that's so complicated.
It is.
If you have any question, just ask me. I will make as much as possible easy.
Thank you very much, Emre, for the presentation. It was some topics were indeed a bit complicated, especially if someone is just like diving into this technology. We have a question though in the Q&A. Mohammed is asking, will blockchain be adopted by big tech companies?
Big tech, as you mean Apple?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they are doing already. IBM, for example, they are doing Food Trust project, and Walmart, they are doing for supply chain. I am working right now into the, maybe you can say the biggest technology company, I think, in Turkey. We are also working on some blockchain projects. Right now, everybody interested, because everybody has to be interested. You know, that's the biggest invention of all human history. Yeah, that's why they have to.
Yeah, and with the migration from Web 2 to Web 3, so especially big companies, if they are not leading the change, at least
they will go. Definitely.
Will be left behind. Yeah, so I have a question though. So now with the decentralization of that the blockchain is bringing, how do you think it will affect, let's say, the big cloud companies?
Big cloud companies, okay. There's IPFS. If you heard that, IPFS is what was the abbreviation? I forgot. The file system, interplanetary file system, transfer file system, or something like that. This means this system is created for that. If one day, if you go to Mars, we don't need to connect with the world servers. That is why we should keep the data as much as distributed, and we should reach the data fast and more cheap. That is why IPFS is created.
I think. Sorry, Emre, but I think we lost you for a while. There is some delay.
Okay. Could you hear me right now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay. I was explaining to IPFS. IPFS is interplanetary file system. IPFS created as a thought that one day we will go to Mars. If you interplanetary, as you imagine, as you can imagine from the name, if one day if you go to Mars, we don't need to connect the world servers. That's why we should keep that data as much as possible distributed, and we should reach the data fast and more cheap. That's why IPFS created. And right now, there's a lot of IPFS solutions are coming, but mostly IPFS solutions are working also on the cloud solutions. That is why right now there is coming some hybrid models for IPFS and cloud. And yeah, they have to change, and they are changing. For example, with the hybrid solutions. And
Great.
I forget, yeah, Filecoin, for example. People, I think the attendees can research that. The Filecoins is one of the example of that. You can check that.
Okay, thank you. And Mohammed is also asking, what is the future of the proof of work?
I think proof of work. I think right now industry focusing on the proof of stake and proof of. They are mostly focusing on the proof of stake and other solutions. Proof of stake became, how can I say, oldest, right now, and because proof of work requires so much energy, and that creates a lot of problem. That's why right now industry focusing on the proof of stake and other solutions.
Thank you. And Thalea is asking, so first she thanked you, and she says that she's glad you mentioned giants such as Walmart. And her question is, what is your personal take on the potential penalizing from the European Central Bank to companies that use crypto as a method of payment?
As a method of payment, I think that will not be soon. I am sure that European Union one day they will create their own digital money. I am sure they will create digital euro, crypto euro. I am definitely sure that, but it's not today. I think also not will be into the 5 years. But European Union creating a lot of good blockchain projects. For example, right now I am onto the commitment project, one of the European Union projects, and that is about to make the travel safe, and it's about to make the travel safe, and this is one of the projects of European Union, but with payment that will not be soon. And my friend will open. My ring is called. My friend will okay. If there's no...
So yeah, just we have another question from Mohammed. He says, will it be possible that Web3 replaces Web2 in the next decade?
Right now it's going that way, but I can definitely not say it will be totally on the next decade. But the process going fast.
Yeah, the transition is happening, but like maybe the Web2 will still be part of the
hybrid solutions. Always, yeah, hybrid solutions always the best solutions. That's I like them very well. I don't like to, for example, get to read of totally Web2 or anything. We should find always hybrid solution, and we should go step by step. And the technology grows step by step too.
Another question from Mohammed. Thank you very much, Mohammed, for asking these pertinent questions. So here is it. Will it possible that DeFi take part of the cake of the banking investment institutions?
What does that mean of cake?
A part, let's say. Take part of...
take part. Okay. Take part of the banking investment. I think that is not the target of the DeFi. DeFi is focusing as much as make it decentralized. Nobody should be part of it. You know, if some bank will be the part of any DeFi, that can't be DeFi after that. That will be CeFi, definitely.
I think the question is more about the banking investment. So maybe like
I think it's asking that if a bank invests their money into the DeFi.
no, the other way around is the DeFi will take part of the market of the banking investment institutions.
No, DeFi will not do that. That is not a clever model for a DeFi. Why? Because that will make the DeFi after that CeFi. You know, if they invest any money in the DeFi, there is no any, how can I say, there shouldn't be any central anything. You know, everything should be totally decentralized. If something being centralized in the DeFis, that will be not DeFi after that.
So how would you think investment would go if people are turning more to blockchain than the actual banking
it's about
institutions?
market conditions. It's about market conditions. Blockchain will always will continue. You know, it doesn't change. The projects can change. Some can gone, but the industry will be here always. The DeFi solutions are still here, and that's why I always advise that try to understand how much they are decentralized, and after that invest them.
Thank you very much, Emre. I think we don't have other questions in the Q&A. Let me check the chat. Neither in the chat. So I think if no one else has any question, I think we're good. Thank you very much, Emre, for being with us today again. It was a pleasure to learn a bit more about the blockchain technology. Yeah, so most of the people that attending today are will be our students in the next blockchain class starting in December. So most of the topics that Emre presented today will be covered in the course. And we have another question from Mohammed. So what knowledge and skills do we need to contribute on open source blockchain projects on GitHub?
And their languages are changing, and mostly working with the Solidity and Rust and Remix also.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I hear questions. Could you hear me right now? Okay.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay, the languages are changing. There's some languages are Solidity is one of them. Rust, Remix, the other Ruby, also other well-known blockchain languages are. And that's why if you know some of the languages, you can learn. There's a lot of open source platform, and with this platform you can learn so fast, and you can directly be contributor of them. And this really their salary are earning models very well than if, for example, I know some of people earning more than everyone just doing that, just doing as a validator.
I think we lost you for some time, Emre. If you
okay, what did you hear? Did you hear I talk about Solidity, Remix, and Ruby?
Yeah, until then, and then we lost you.
Okay. I was talking about how can Mohammed can contribute to blockchain projects, and they require Solidity and Remix, Ruby, these language informations, and if you learn them in a basic level directly, you can start. And as I know, in the industry needs 1 million developers.
So you need to hit the blockchain part of the course since we are covering Solidity.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah, amazing. So you said that the need is about 1 million developers
Yeah,
of
1
smart
million
contracts,
developers
you
we
mean,
need.
with
Yeah.
Solidity and Remix.
For next 10 years, the world needs at least 1 million
That's
developers, blockchain developers. That's quite high
that's
ground.
great. That's great to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I hope we will contribute to those 10 millions required developers with our students. And yes, again, thank you very much, Emre, for being here and taking the time and providing us with all these explanations. Thank you, everyone, for joining and being active with your questions. So yeah, thank you, everyone, and see you around.
See you guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining.